Evgeny Roshchin is a director of the Democratic Resilience Program at the Center for European Policy Analysis. He tells me Ukraine's strong position makes this week a critical diplomatic push for Zelenskyy.
It was important for Zelenskyy to have this confirmation of a renewed relationship with the UK. Because when you go to Washington, it's important to come with the cards. And now he's coming with good pictures from Russia that he showed President Trump, as well as renewed European support in the form of any burdens, reconfirmed support for Ukraine. And as such, this is important leverage when you talk to President Trump. Just as your correspondent noticed moments ago, this is what President likes to hear.
Yeah, so what do you put this shift down to then, this momentum that Ukraine has managed to get?
Yeah, this is indeed a different momentum both for Ukraine and for Russia. For Ukraine, it's important to actually maintain the spirit, and what they managed to achieve deep inside the territory of Russia actually contributes a lot to that. When it comes to Russia, it's now, I think, Vladimir Putin who is struggling with finding the right cards for this situation. He's in a complicated situation right now because on the one hand, it looks like he didn't achieve what he planned with President Trump since the summit in Alaska. On the other hand, he thinks he should escalate at the moment to achieve at least something in this war. But he has an upcoming elections domestically to Russian parliament. So basically, until September, he cannot really do much other than escalating missile strikes against Ukraine. So it's, I guess, sometime in September, we might see President Putin undertaking new steps.
Well, Ukraine struck an Iranian vessel it says was arming Russia. What do you make of these two conflicts somehow connecting?
Well, they have been intersecting a number of times since the very beginning, in fact, when Iran started to supply Shahed drones to Russia. That's why it might have been perceived as a hostile party from the very beginning. Now that this incident occurred and rhetoric elevated, it doesn't really make much of a difference, given how much damage those early Shahed drones inflicted on Ukraine.
More to come here on Newsday, including a threat from India's Cockroach Junta Party to resume protests if its arrested demonstrators aren't released. Around the world and across the UK, this is BBC News.